Hello everybody, welcome back. Okay, I've got a game. Let's see who I'm playing. Pick Slayeris. So I'm going to try and play 5 3-minute and 5 bullet. Or maybe 10 3-minute. Probably more fun to play 3-minute, right? Bullet is just too stressful. Yeah, it's kind of transposed this other line. Bishop f4, yeah, all knight c3. That's also. I suppose he wants to go e4 though, right? It's got to be slightly. I think that's okay. Although maybe it's not actually. Yeah, knight d7. Yeah, so if I take, I could also take on c4. That's interesting. Yeah, then you've got to protect the pawn, I think. Oh, he's got knight g5. Okay, he doesn't want knight g5. What does he want? I'm a little bit concerned about knight g5. I'm going to go there. The knight g5, I can go g6. That really surprises me, which I didn't expect. Okay, he's got knight d6, but I mean, h6 feels like a reasonable. There's also knight e5, maybe. Knight e5 might be a tactic that he's overlooked. He can't take it. We can take him at a knight e7, knight f3. If he takes here, I take on g5. Oh no, it's a bit complicated. I guess he'll take on e5, right? Because there's dangerous looking moves after that. Try and sit up right, get a better posture. Maybe take on g5. And then go f4, but then I go queen e7. Yeah, I've had a bad run lately. So I'd try and get back over 2650. Yeah, queen b6 now threat. So queen b6 looks normal. I've allowed knight d7. Idiot! That's what I've been doing a lot lately. I've still got a good position, but now it's much less clear. I was completely winning earlier. I think he has to watch out for knight e3. But knight e3, rook d7. Yeah. So knight d3 is critical. There's also queen b6. Come back. If you take, just take back the pawn. So now I'm threatening knight e3. Also take f5 might be a move actually. If I take it, he's got rook d5. Maybe he wants rook d5. I didn't see that move. What are my options? Yeah, that's a clever move. Like, I could take, actually I could take on f5 and go g6 maybe. Because if he takes here, then e4 is hanging at the end. So not so clear. If he moves a knight, he can't move the knight surely. He could take on f5 and then knight e3 wins exchange. So I think I'm still doing well despite the blunder earlier. It's a problem when you're trying to stream and then you're trying to talk at the same time. Every time you talk, it's distracting yourself thinking about the position. So it's actually quite difficult to stream and play, in my opinion. I don't want to use excuses, but it is what it is. Okay, so now I should take on d5, right? Probably. Not bothered about this, because I'll just take back. Okay, he's got some kind of... Yeah, he's got... He might take... Yeah, I thought he might take on... So now I'm 2 pawns up. Rook e8, maybe g6 actually. Ah, this move I missed. Very annoying move, yeah? Okay, we have to try and move, activate the king. This move I also missed. Okay, b4. Okay, I'm a lot better, but... Okay, there's king f6. King g5 is a move, yeah? You can go rook takes f7. Rook d8. Or king f6. Maybe king f6. Yeah, I blundered that pawn as well. It really is all about the time now. I've been so slow lately. Like all these games I keep losing because of the time, yeah. Yeah, and I'm probably gonna lose this one on time as well, yeah. Yeah, I mean that was a really, you know, a complete cock up by me. It's amazing the resistance they put up. It's amazing the resistance they put up, you know. Okay, so let's try this move. Actually, that move looks a bit suspicious, and it is. There is e5, but he's got f4 sometimes. Okay, let's challenge the knight. Knight's strong. Let's challenge it. Castles. Can we take here? If knight e7, because he wants f4, right? Maybe I can get away with this. Do I take with a knight or take with a... Maybe I take with a knight, yeah. He's got queen d2 though. No, it's probably a positional blunder. Queen d2. Yeah, he's better here, definitely. I could say with a pawn, but I felt I was worse anyway. We had knight g3. I think it was worse, but yeah. So this is kind of annoying. Try maybe that move. So this pawn is weak. Probably put a rook on e1 to start off with. There's also that move which I missed. Okay, knight d4 maybe. Try and block the bishop. Where'd I put the knight? Maybe e6 to go to f4. Yeah, I'm not liking this. You can go knight e4 maybe. Knight f4. Is there going to be a d4 undermining move? Maybe knight f4, d4. There's always bishop c6, right? Bishop c6 here maybe. So probably take. If he takes here, g2's hanging. b6. Getting a bit sharp now. So I could get knight d5. Knight h3 doesn't really appeal. He's fast as well, this guy. Maybe knight d5. You can take on f8. Slightly surprised he exchanged queens. Actually, that does make some sense. So maybe I don't want to exchange queens. But now I've got no threat. Maybe rook f5 is a threat. This pawn's still weak, but he can't. If he could take, yeah, maybe rook f5 actually, but it looks a bit suspicious. It's going to take. I'll take back the pawn. Now I'd love to boot the queen somehow, but it's not really happening. Maybe I should go knight e7 to f5, g6 to bolt or over protects that pawn. Maybe sets up bishop b7, queen c6 ideas. Nervy game. He could go bishop b5 to exchange. Okay, trade e4. I think. Yeah, great. This is now weakness. He's got d5. But then bishop b2, right? I've got to be very careful about d5 actually. Or d5, knight d5 is also possible. So I'll have to go knight d5 probably, just to block that. So yeah, this game is very tense. So g8, no, it doesn't even threaten the check. Doesn't threaten anything actually. But it's bluffed him out. Okay, over this. And try and go f4. Even at the cost of a pawn, right? Now I think I'm doing well actually. Okay, so f4. Yeah, he's got knight g5. Okay, so queen here to try and control the knight. But he's got queen h5. Oh, queen g4, which I missed. Okay, this is silly to put a rook on g8. Yeah, this is really dumb what I've done. Again, distracted by too much talking. Queen e8 maybe, but now he's got bishop h7. Or it's very sharp. Bishop h7 e2. Okay, knight f6. So if f3, where's the finish? I get f2, or just take. Why is this losing? But I could take and go rook g7, right? It's not mate. Okay, I managed to win that one. Not convincing, but 2-0. 2-0 today, so a little bit sharper today. But that game was very dodgy, yeah. Missing queen g4, also had queen h5 there, threatening knight f7. I mean, I'm sure he's winning that at that point. Okay, I'm playing Statham. Is it Jason Statham, the action star? Star of the Meg. Maybe it's Jason Statham, right? Yeah, this kind of move is annoying. Does queen b6 as an option? Oh, you've got to watch out for b4 ideas, yeah. And maybe I, yeah. I mean, of course, you're concerned about castling here because, yeah, I somehow misplayed this. Could castle, but I'm worried about g4 ideas. But can he set it up that easily? Let's castle. At the moment, that knight's defending that knight. It's not ideal, this. So now he wants... Does he want to sack? No. Queen c7 maybe now. f4? There's f6. I need to speed up a bit as well. I'm well behind on the clock, right? So maybe bishop h6 is what he wants. Maybe b5. b6. Mouse slip. I want him b5. Yeah, this is also annoying. There's knight e5, f4, knight g4 is an idea maybe. If he takes queen g5. What am I doing? He's threatening check. Yeah, this looks dangerous for me. Yeah, f6, knight h5 is problematic. He's got f4. I'm kind of hanging on here. This is well, f4 loses to f6. No, actually doesn't because he can take on e5, take on f8. So it doesn't lose. Yeah, this all looks very good. So f6, fe5, fg5, rook f8. What's happening there? It gets very interesting, but probably not in a good way. So what I wanted to do here was king g7, and after rook f1 play knight f5. But it might just be total nonsense. It's very risky what I'm doing here. Could also take here, which I missed. So take here. So you can take on e6, which also missed. Well, that one. Okay, let's try king here. I don't mind giving up the queen here so much. Oh, we don't have a choice. So take here. But now I'm losing D. Yeah, stupid. I should have taken here. Which I forgot about. About his pawn. Okay, bishop b7. He's got knight f4 though, which I also missed. Really cared us. King f6 maybe. T8. Stupid. Bad game this one. Bad game. This guy a bad player as well, very bad player. Yeah, it was just a bad game. I got a bit carried away there. I didn't need to give up my queen. I mean, sorry, go for this f6 move. I could just go knight g4. I'm probably okay, right? I panicked a little bit there. Getting involved in these sharp tactics. So 2-1 at the moment. Okay, got to win this one. Keep playing a trompe, mainly because I don't want them to... The problem is if you play your opening repertoire on here, then you end up losing, right? Okay, bishop g4 he has. Okay. F4 maybe. I don't really have anything here. I could play queen c7, for example. This is really, really innocuous. Maybe this, at least with some idea going f4. Queen c7, though I'm not sure if f4 is really what you want, but he does have knight e4, you see his problem. Okay, yeah, this is also a problem. Okay, there's queen b3. I've got to play queen b3 and try take. If he tries to win the pawn, then that's fine. Okay, I blundered. I didn't see that idea at all. Yeah, clever. I don't know if this guy's using an engine or what he's doing, but that was very clever. Rook f2. Bishop a6 is bad. Queen b7. Rook, I can't play it. It's like e4 is coming. I can't allow that. This guy's an engine. I mean, it's just... you play very engine-y like chess. I mean, this is ridiculous. What are you supposed to do against this? Knight d3, maybe. Also, he's played like... You could tell it's weird the way he's played, like the pauses he's having, this guy. Like, he's not playing at a normal tempo. It's just like, you know? So it's very strange, in my opinion. But okay, that's just maybe paranoia on my part. But it's just like you would play some of these moves instantly, but he's always having like a pause, and then he's played always pause, play. You know, very strange, very strange. Okay, can't go queen d5. Exchanging queens is forced, so it's obviously completely lost. But what else can you do? I mean, it might even be worth playing this game. Well, in fact, he's even threatening. Okay, maybe this move, but then he could win this pawn. B2. Yeah, this guy is very super dodgy in my opinion. So he's going to go 2-all. Again, another pawn session. So he's for knight d5. Maybe this move. Actually, he could have taken on a7. Okay, he's got rook d8. Or that move, yeah. There's also a clever move that most people would miss. Because now he's threatening f6. And I should have got bishop d4 last move, so that was also careless. Okay, very poor game by me, but I'm almost certain this guy's an engine user. He's very suspicious. Okay, could try this. It was really desperate stuff. And put the knight on c2, but it's really desperate. I can't move anything. There's knight f5, but then he's g6 move, right? So it doesn't really help. Yeah, so... yeah, this is looking bad. It's got knight... yeah, I'll retire that one. Yeah, this guy's an engine user, I'm almost certain of it. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? So let's try and finish with a plus score at least. I need to sort out the mouse settings on this computer as well because this guy also a little bit weird with his time management in my opinion, but yeah, I probably should have, because now, yeah, of course, every donut's going h4 there. It's really dumb to allow that. H5, sorry. Petrosian type move, right? Oh no, I think his last move was something of a mistake. He shouldn't have sealed up the king's side, but he's still doing well. E4 is possible. And then just sack a pawn for compensation. Just to open lines, like E4 screaming at me. But it might not be very good. Oh, that move I missed completely. I mean, that's very strong. Again, how do they find all these ideas? I just don't get it. Now, my king's fairly safe now on h2, right? Unless I get made on g2, which, given my incompetence, is certainly a possibility. Okay, if f6, I can't be that knight very easily. There's b4 followed by knight. Yeah, not like in this position either. It's also quite bad. I'm really struggling on Lichess at the moment. I think there's just too many engines on here. It's actually quite ridiculous how much cheat goes on. I thought they would have cleared up some of the problems that they've had, but in fact, if anything, it's got worse. As far as I can observe, I mean, the amount of cheating on Lichess is absolutely ludicrous. So maybe queen here with the idea of, well, I don't like this position at all, but I didn't realise how bad this position was as well. A knight f6 is a good move here. It probably is like, am I material down? Maybe I'm not even material down, but it's just, yeah, such a bad position. Maybe bishop d3 to kind of lure him into going e4 and then come back. Because, well, maybe luring him into playing e4 was not a good idea. And I'm down on the time. I want to go knight b3, queen e4 to trade. It's got queen e5, which also missed. Okay, rook f4. Oh, hang on, that's almost taken. Okay, maybe c5 last move actually was a better try. The c5, knight e4. So now c5, I've got to try c5, right? He does have d4, but it's c6. I think maybe he underestimated c5. So c6 is possible, followed by knight d4, or knight d4 immediately is possible to try and blockade pawn. Maybe put the rook on c1 or rook on e1, target this pawn. Still don't like my position that much, but it's probably holding. How does he break through? How do I break through? I don't know. Maybe a4, a5 actually. Maybe a4, a5 last move was better. Okay, so it's still not got a direct threat. I don't think he's threatening to take here. So maybe a4, a5. Fuck off, Gorm! What are you doing? That's what I mean about the streaming. And then I'll just show you this message I got earlier. You lost rating point. Yeah, because most of them are cheated. Most of them are cheated, in my opinion. But that last game was horrendous. But I think I better stop there because I'll play some 1 minute. But I'm really struggling with this mouse at the 1 minute. The settings are bad. At least, so I won the first 3 games, and then first 2 games, sorry, and then lost 3 in a row. So that was bad. Betrays, it just come. Yeah, I think that's actually not the best, but it's playable. No, that was also quite poor by me, but maybe let's try and find a plan. Rook e8. Maybe bring the bishop back. Oh my god. Mouse slip. See what I mean about the mouse? Really being bad. Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Up yours! Up yours! Up yours! Up yours! Yeah, I'm too slow. this going too fast, yeah. I'm just too slow with the mouse. I just can't like fudge it as fast as they can. He did outplay me later on, but I sort of outplayed myself with a lot of stupid moves. Guy seems to know his theory at least. Yeah, maybe. Okay, good win that one. Good win. Good little win against Matt AV from Russia. 2200. I mean, it shows the difference at bullet. You know, if a blitz, if you're fast, it makes such a huge difference. So if I could get like decent mouse settings, I could really do some damage. But yeah, it gets very addictive, all this blitz as well. But yeah, I need a decent mouse because a 3 minute. I think I played one sheet in that 3 minute session. It was that guy who was Chris, was it, or something? He was playing like really. It's just weird sort of times he was spending on the moves, right? And just how accurately he played. He didn't grab the material straight away. He goes bishop c5. He just finds all the correct moves. Very strange geezer. Okay, we're trying to get another game here. Matt V 2007 718 27-28. It's a weird sort of handle, right? 2007. Okay, so maybe open his account, or maybe he was born in 2007, right? Oh, that makes sense. So he's 18. Scary when you think people were born in 2007. You know, I was born in 1976. Can't get another game. Maybe my account's been closed because there's Gameli, very dodgy player. All the points have been given back to his opponents. Yeah, I mean, shocking, isn't it? Shocking, that. Absolutely shocking. Right, I can't get another game. Right, let's. Okay, let's click on that. I played this guy before. Look how long it's taken me to make the moves. I'm four seconds behind on the time already. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't want to complain, but I will. Yeah, maybe there, of course. Maybe a3. Knight, bishop d2. Okay, this is a very typical exchange sacrifice that I was talking about recently. Now the idea is to go knight f7 and win the... yeah, probably knight f7 is a move, right? Take on d4, maybe queen e6. c1, so I can play for the initiative. Rook c6. d4, block out his bishop. Yeah, so rook b6, d5. I'll go there and then try and go d6. Better moves there. Just too slow. Just too slow. That's what I mean. I should be like a proper player is planning out all those last moves in like no time at all. And it costs me at the start of the game when I'm trying to put the piece on the right squares. It's costing me. So somehow if I get a smoother mouse, I'm 2800. You know, I'm too good not to be. But if someone could work out how to do better settings on the mouse, maybe this. You target this pawn, yeah. So how does he defend the pawn? Not so easy. Long term, difficult to defend that pawn. Right, I think I'll end there, guys. Thanks for watching.